Not an ad for Gatorade. This is not an ad for Gatorade. We're not advertising Gatorade here. We could be, but we're not. No, we're not. You know, we never could. We're not advertising Gatorade. Gatorade, hit me up if you want to advertise. It's a weird time to a stream. But you know what? We're doing it. Sounds like an ad. That's what I'm saying, dude. It's not a Gatorade ad, I swear. I just went to the gas station and got... It's the best Gatorade, though. It's the Frost. That nice, cool Frost quencher. Yo! Cody, what is up, dudes? I was sitting, chilling. Felt like we should do a stream. Don't know why. Got back from the gas station. Got some nice Frost Gatorade. This is the only good stuff right there. What's up, Joseph? Ethan, what's going on? Cody, what's up? What's poppin', you guys? What up, homie? Jonathan, how you doing, man? Good evening, Alex. Sunday fun day. Let's go. Dude, I'm about the Sunday fun day. So, Jesus, it's been longer. Just subbed. Dude, so I met with the new fabricator today for the STI, and I'll show you guys some of his stuff on Instagram. He does killer work. Like, absolutely killer stuff. So, the downside, Frost Gatorade sucks low-key. What? Dude, something up to your taste buds over there. Prime is better tasting. I've seen, is that an ad right there? Are you trying to add Prime to me? Do a heel flip? Dude, I'm wearing slippers right now. What do you mean do a heel flip? So, met with the new fabricator today for the STI. Sounds like things are going to go a lot smoother this time. The only thing is I now need to pivot from working on the WRX to go work on the STI for a little bit, because I have to get the STI pretty much in its form of being ready to, like, essentially look the fact that it's done, so that way we can fabricate around everything. So I'm excited for that. Get that STI fixed. We're redoing literally everything. Radiator, intercooler, exhaust manifold, dump tubes, downpipe, all that stuff. So literally all of it's getting redone. Intake manifold staying, all the charge piping is going to be redone. So we're fixing all the stuff that everyone kind of pointed out last time that was wrong with it. So get the STI back to fab. Hopefully it shouldn't be a fab longer than like 2 months. We're still waiting for the engine to come back anyway, so it's not like a huge thing. Tanner, I'm so pumped to get our hatch back. Hopefully 550 feel. Hey, see, that's what I'm saying right there, man. We like the power in the hatches. Sorry to interrupt, but will an IAG Stage 2 block with rebuilt heads cause more ticking? Yeah, anything that's like a built motor, like forged internals, is going to be louder. It's going to be noticeably louder, especially on cold starts. Shouldn't be like super terrible, though. We're not doing a sequential transmission. No, we're not. Glacial Cherry or Glacial Freeze. Isn't that what this is? No, this is Frost Cool. It's Frost Cool. Glacial. That's the blue one, right? That's light blue. Can we just call them by their colors? Because that's how I know Gatorade is by their colors. But yeah, check out this stuff from P3. I'm going to have to do this again, aren't I? Hold up. Hold up. Boop. Oh my goodness. You guys, I broke the camera. Every time I change it. There we go. Now, is it going to do it again when I go to minimize this? Oh, nope. Yeah, check this stuff out. This dude does some wild stuff. Super cool dude, too. Hung out with him for a while today. Does absolutely killer work on this stuff. That looks like a Subaru downpipe, actually. That is a Subaru downpipe. He said he's only worked on one Subaru before, so this will be the second one that he's done. But dude does amazing work. Like, absolutely amazing. How do we contact you to work on a car? Go ahead and shoot me an email. I'll drop my email in the chat if you want, if you need work done, if you need a motor built or anything like that. Yeah, I'm super pumped to actually get the STI like up and going again. So this week, I have to go out to the shop. We're going to be spending a couple days getting the wide body put on the car. I got the tires ordered tonight for that thing, which are some beefy Johnnies. They're 295, 3518. So we're going even like bigger than we did before, because, you know, bigger is better, and it's a wide body, so we got to fill it out. The wheels are wider, the tires are wider, everything's bigger. But yeah, dude does some killer stuff. Met with him today. Super nice dude, like super upfront too. Like, he does not do fabrication as like a full-time job. It's like a side thing that he does. And then, dude, absolutely killer work on this stuff. So I'm excited to get all of this, all the like the little gripes I had with the STI kind of fixed all at once, so that way it's not something that I have to go back and redo again in the future. I just want to get it all done this time around. But big boy rubber. Man, those 295s, dude, they can be some thick boys. Some thick stuff. But like, look at the quality of work this dude does, dude. I'm pumped. I'm like insanely pumped to get this stuff. Just watched your latest video. Couldn't you use all the parts from the 07 STI for your 13 WRX? I mean, you could use most of it except for the axles and the drive shaft. There's things that are like chassis specific, but with welds like that, he should be full time. Well, he does aeros. I think he did like aerospace welding full time or something like that. So this is more of like a passion project for him. But like I said, absolutely incredible. Way better than what I was gonna do, because I was gonna try to do all the welding and fabricating on the STI myself this time around. But I just want it all to be perfect. So why not just pay a professional who will knock things out for us? And I thought 255 of my coupes were chunky. I mean, 255s are pretty, dude, those are some pretty chunky tires still, though. We're just doing oh, this one's Evo. We're just doing 295s. I mean, if we're going to go big, might as well go big, right? Dude, even like cast and whatnot. Saying, dude does some good stuff. Some absolutely killer stuff. He welds wheels. You can have your wheels repaired, too. Dimes, all the good stuff. I'm pumped, dude. I miss the STI so much, so we're gonna be pivoting a little bit just to get that car kind of sorted back out again. I bought an NVIDIA Cat downpipe and an IG AOS. Thanks for the discount. Did you save monies? I just bought some stuff. Well, I bought the tires from Rally Sport. Luckily, I had a discount code for over there too, which was nice. Hey, bro, you got some of the coolest stuff. And hey, maybe got a few questions with my 16 STI. Random misfires each day is different. I'm clueless. Try to talk to you on Instagram. Random misfires could be anything. Could be bad fuel, bad plugs, something with ABCS. There's a lot of stuff that could cause random misfires like that. Are you getting like feedback knock, damn, any other check engine lights? Like it could be like a handful of stuff. Gonna be hot with that RS, right? Is your Rally Sport giveaway just for US users, or can Canadian brothers get in on that one? Still for only US on this one. Like I said, hopefully at some point we can get up to the point where that way I can do international stuff and actually include Canada and that stuff. But if you have as long as you have a US residency, you can participate in the giveaway for the gift card at Rally Sport Direct. Yes, that's what STI needs, a professional fab. Looking forward to see. Are you saying, DJ, are you saying my fabrication was not professional? Because I feel like it was pretty professional. All of the stuff that I did, I felt like was top notch and quality. It was not, dude. But it worked. It got the job done. What internal should I put in my closed deck EJ to 257, looking for 550, 650 wheel? Off the top of my head, like CP pistons, mainly H-Tough rods, get King PMAX coated bearings, oversized and standard size, so that way you can mix and match. I'd probably do half-inch head studs also. OEM crank, King PMAX rod bearings, whole kit and caboodle with that stuff. I get random feedback and I have no idea why. I mean, that could be a lot of things. Like, are you tuned? Like, what tune do you have? Your head fell off. Like, it's probably not a good thing. I get random feedback and that was the one I just read. Tell Matt to manual swap one of those wagons. I need a guy to do it myself. I know he's going to be 6-speed swapping Chewy at some point, because he already has a transmission in the garage, but he needs literally everything else for the 6-speed swap. At one point, I'm sure he'll do it. I just don't know when. Smasher pass? I'll probably do it here in a little bit. Probably do some here in a little bit. I'm always down. Is retrofitting, upgrading projectors of my stock 2019 STI headlights overly difficult? I mean, it's not overly difficult, but the way that stock STI headlights are, they're LED. So when you go in there, you're going to see like an LED board. And like one small bulb and then the projector and everything like that in the mirror. So you're not going to have too difficult of a time. It's going to be a little bit of a pain in the butt, don't get me wrong, but I don't know, why would you want to go from, like, the OEM LED projectors, in my opinion, are already pretty good, so I'm not quite sure why you'd want to swap out to, are you going to like a D2S or something like that, or what are your plans on that? David, appreciate the donut, man. Smash pass on media photo content. I'm down. I did say next stream we can do it here in a little bit. I'm down. We can do it here in a little bit. On my access port, I get small spikes in feedback knock when I start driving, and it would be at like 2.11 to 4.22 and rarely 6.23. Any thoughts? I mean, the 4.22 and below is totally normal. The 6.23 could be anything. Bad fuel, tune related, could be like something rattling around by the knock sensor. There's a handful of things it could be. Trying to diagnose just that 6.23 would be a little bit difficult. If it's always consistent, I'd start looking around trying to find something, but if it's like here or there, I wouldn't stress it too much. I got a killer deal in hybrid block bug eye. Why do you hate bug eyes, dude? Bug eyes are great. I love like a good JDM looking bug eye, man. Like, let me see if I can find one here. Like JDM 2002 WRX. There's one in particular that has always like caught my eye, and it just looks so good. Boo. Let me shrink myself again. Where is it? Like a good-looking bug eye? How can you not appreciate a good-looking bug eye, man? They're fantastic. They're beautiful. There's a white one that's always like caught my eye. But of course I can't find it right now. I saw one that was similar. Just like something basic, like, no, where'd it go, where'd it go, where'd it go? Like a basic, like, how do you not like that? That looks so good. I love me some bug eyes. Bug eyes look good. I don't know what you're talking about, man. But anyways, prefer blobs. Morettes on the bug look way better. Morettes are ugly headlights in general. I don't care what generation you have. Morettes are the worst looking headlights in my opinion. I can't decide on Morettes or front end swap. Front end swap 100%. This one actually has Morette headlights. There's what, like the JDM headlights look the best on the bug eyes. I legit just had one pulled up with JDM headlights. With these are by far the best looking headlights for the bugs, man. I say JDM front end swap. Aw snap, it's live. Have you had any of your APR wings clear coat pull up? Nope. I've had probably 4 or 5 of those wings at this point. None of them have ever pulled up, but I know what you're talking about because I see it all the time with a lot of APR wings. I ceramic coat all mine, so that way they don't peel up, or if you really want to make sure they don't peel up, just re-clear coat them. Opinion on lightweight flywheels? I mean, they're not terrible. Most of the time, you're going to be just fine with an OEM flywheel. For the most part, I stick to OEM flywheels if I can. Like on, what's happening, hot stuff? Matt, why don't you come down here and hang out? Why don't you come chill? There's plenty of room in here. There's dog beds right there, and there's a dog sleeping in there. Lightweight flywheels, nothing wrong with them. I've used them. I use one on the STI because I need one for that clutch setup that I have. On the WRX, I'm using an OEM STI flywheel, though. So you can get some false knock with lightweight flywheels. Just keep that in mind. It happened on Karma a lot. I'd see like negative 14 on feedback knock sometimes from that lightweight flywheel, but it's not the end of the world. Had already typed in. Any tips on priming oil for fresh build? Just finished building my motor and having trouble getting the oil to the turbo. Pack your oil pumps. I mentioned this in, I don't think it was it wasn't the last video tearing apart the Hawkeye. It was the one before that. Pack your oil pumps with Vaseline. I was told to play Phasmophobia. Packing your oil pumps with Vaseline. The Vaseline's gonna deteriorate and it's going to kind of like melt-ish kind of thing back into the oil. You're gonna be changing your oil anyways on a first startup like that. But take off the back cover, pack it with Vaseline, Loctite the bolts back down on the back cover and pop it in there. If you don't want to go to the extent of pulling your oil pump back off, one thing you can do is take off the oil filter, try turning it over with the oil filter off, get oil to come out of where the oil filter would be, put the oil filter back on, try turning it over again and seeing if you can build oil pressure that way. Gold or silver BBS? Silver, 100%. No disrespect, but sometimes, DJ, I feel like I'm about to be disrespected now whenever you start off saying no disrespect. But sometimes you got to win to pay the pros. Oh, no. Totally. That's why I'm paying, that's why I'm going to pay P3 to do all the welding for us instead of myself doing it. Would swapping 99 GC8 wagon to an EG33 be a pain? It's going to be a very tight fit in that engine bay. Like, that engine bay is already fairly compact, so trying to shove a big 6-cylinder like that in there is going to be a little bit difficult just for physical size. If you want something that's going to be a little bit easier to do, go ahead and do like an easy swap in there. They're physically much smaller, so you'll have more room to work with. Was thinking of installing the Dow Dynamics C lights and switchback strip, but since it's disassembled, might as well do the projector. I mean, I would say skip doing the projector. Save the money. There's no need to do it. Do the C light, do the strip if you want. I would keep the OEM projectors, though. Hugh, you're going to have some fun fitting an EG. Barely had room with my EZ. Yeah, the EGs are they're thick boys. They're some thick boy engines. Like, EZ's going to be way better. Lightweight alternator pulleys. Lit? Question mark. No, waste of money, man. Don't waste your money on that. When do you recommend a fluid damper on a newer WRX? Anything above like 400 wheel horsepower, man. Just get a fluid damper. It's like $400 well spent. It's a reliability modification in like my eyes. Only thing I ever dislike about Subis are the flat fours. What? They are cool. They run nice around OEM plus spec, but they are not friendly to power. I mean, they're not. You can make good power on a Subaru for like decent money if you threw something together, but to do any build, a Honda, a Subaru, an LS, anything like that, to do any build right and use like top quality parts, you're gonna be spending money regardless. So I mean, I don't really see that as like a fair point because like that's any car. Top quality parts are gonna be expensive regardless of the platform you choose. You should do a 2J build. Never. 2Js are overpriced and overrated in my eyes. I don't even like 2Js. If I'm going to do an inline 6, it would be like an RB20. Love RB20s. For some reason, it's that 2-liter inline 6, smooth sounding goodness, man. Absolutely love it. What you recommend for people starting a car YouTube channel? Enjoy like filming the videos. If you don't enjoy making the videos and you don't enjoy working on the cars, and you don't enjoy interacting with everyone, you're not going to last very long. Because you'll get burnt out quick if you're just doing it to do it. Like, enjoy the process of doing it. Otherwise, you're not going to want to do it. Like, don't get me wrong. There's times when I'm out there filming when I'm like, fuck, dude, if I wasn't filming, I could get this done 4 times faster or something along those lines. So as long as you enjoy doing it, just keep doing it. And make sure you enjoy it. That's the big thing. Just make sure you enjoy it. Random. But what do you think about the M340i? I was thinking of trading my STI in. M340i. Hold up. We'll do like a 2017, I'm guessing. M340i. That's just a guess. That's just a guess. I could be totally wrong in the year range, but honestly, not a huge fan. Like, to me, Audis and BMWs, they all kind of look the same. Like, all newer ones, they also kind of look the same. I feel like they lack a lot of character. But, I mean, it's not a bad-looking car. Not bad. Like, if I was going to trade in my STI for something else and I was going to be getting a BMW, I don't know the price range of this, but I don't even know what, like, BMWs are selling for. But, like, I've always wanted an M2. Not necessarily a competition, that'd be dope, but like an M2 is something I've always wanted. There's something about that. It's just such a cute looking little car for some reason. And they have power and they're fun. And it's coupe. But now the 340i, it's not a terrible looking car. I personally don't think I would get one, but oh, that's still the M2. How am I still on M2s? M2. Oh, this one. Like, I don't think it's terrible. I personally wouldn't get one. I'd probably keep my STI if it were between this and my STI. Or a STI, I guess I should say. I did not mean to move that whole picture. I meant to drag it back open. Fox, yo! What up, Tanner? How's things going with the GC? Love the hatch build, too. So, we're going to be, as soon as the hatch is done, the GM6, my apologies, is getting totally torn down. And we're going to start on that build. I spent all day today cleaning and organizing the garage, meeting with this new fabricator. I meant to get a video shot today. That didn't happen. I just didn't have the time. Thoughts on the new BMW A50 CSI. I'll look at that in a second. I just didn't have time to do it today, but as soon as the WRX is done, the GM6 is coming in the garage. We're going to strip it down totally, get the STI drivetrain put in it, start molding our wide body onto it, and then start building a motor for it because I'm really excited for that. I'm actually so excited for the coupe build and the STI. I'm like more excited for those than I should be probably. I'm very excited for the WRX. The WRX is going to make some like sauce. It's going to make some sauce. What was the one? BMW. I just saw it. BMW something. How did I just lose this comment? I feel like it's right in 850 CSI. Okay. Oh, BMW yeah. 850 CSI. Boop. What am I? Why do you make me look this up? I feel like this is not a bad. It's not a terrible looking car. At least it's not bad. Kind of looks like it. Oh, is that Daddy Doug? That's Daddy Doug right there. I actually kind of like it. I actually kind of dig it. This guy, it kind of reminds me of a Pontiac right here. But like this red one, there's something about the angle of this red one that just looks nice. It looks nice and minty. What is the car I'm thinking of when I look at this? The Pontiac. Is it a Firebird or a Thunderbird? I don't know which one it reminds me of, but it reminds me of one of them. I'm watching from Japan. Oh, what's going on? How's the weather over there? Someone asked me how the weather was here. It's actually not too bad. We're supposed to get snow. I think it was tomorrow we're supposed to get snow, which will be cool. If we get snow, we're going to go take the coupe out. I've got snow tires out there right now. So we'll go take the coupe out and have fun with it. Why did Bader make you go bigger turbo? Is that even a question? I think we all know why Josh made me go bigger turbo. Josh wants to give me the sauce, so I have no complaints, but we do it. Josh tells me to go bigger turbo, we go bigger turbo. Let's watch big turbo STI videos together, like a family movie night. Just got my first M3 E36. It's still the best for me. The E36, is that the one I like, or the E36? E36 M3. Is this the one with the fun round? Oh, no, this is not. I like the E46. I think it's the E46 that I like. It is the E46. The E46 M3 is one that I've wanted for a long time. Like, that's a good-looking car. I remember when I was in the Army, I was stationed down in Louisiana, I saw like a couple of these down. You can't even see it, my face is right over it. I saw a couple of these things down there, dude, and I wanted one so bad. But I feel like they are just stupid expensive right now. How much are these? E46 M3 for sale. How much are these? Probably a stupid amount of money. E46 M3 for sale. Bring a trailer. Oh, dude, these are going to be really expensive ones. How much do these sell for? $55,000. Holy shit. Oh, 16 grand. This one's not terrible. Auction ends in 4 days, though. Era 2000s. 70k miles. I like the E46s. I like the way that the front ends look. It's the headlight for me. I don't know why. Don't know why. Bloop, boop, boop, boop. Do you offer help via messenger or phone calls? Facebook, if you try to ask me any questions on Facebook, I don't look at them, if we're being honest. Like Facebook I use as like primarily like personal stuff. Instagram, I try to get back to messages, but there's so many of them sometimes that I don't have time or the opportunity to. So no. And I don't really do phone calls. If you want a sexy one, check out the Mitsubishi Maive. You talked me into it. Mitsubishi, what was it? M-I-E-V? Get out. Stop. Really? Really? You send me to this? This is what you send me to? That actually looks like a happy little car. That thing looks so happy. It's actually smiling, and it's got like little bug headlights. I love it. I actually love this thing. I don't hate it. I actually don't hate it. I've driven many E46s. How do you like them? I've never actually driven them before. Wouldn't a bigger turbo mean spool time, meaning not as much daily you wanted? Not necessarily, no. So, I mean, spool is affected by a lot of things. Like, we're going from a 6262 up to a 6466. So, it's got a slightly larger exhaust wheel. We're going to go from the .82 AR that it's on there now up to a 105. That should help us spool a little bit more. And it's V-band in and out, so that should help bring it down a little bit more. There's a lot of factors that are going to affect spool. Plus, we have 272 cams going in there. More air being pushed through. Need to get more power sooner. So, there's a lot of factors. Busa swapped that happy little bug. That thing would love a Hayabusa engine. E46 BMWs are the best 3 Series design in my opinion. I recently picked up a 318i as a daily, and I'm loving that thing. Nice. Little Arc buddy, you blew your head gasket. Me? What are you talking about? Oh, we did on the WRX. That's kind of fun. I didn't even know that. Can anyone help me? Notice the loss in power. 6 gear pull. Why would you do a pull in 6 gear? What are you doing? Engine bogged and coolant temp spike. I pulled over and had cloud of white smoke. Engine bogs, idle, coolant and oil. That's definitely head gasket. Never do a pull in 6th gear. The 6th gear is like the overdrive gear. Downshift to a lower gear. If you're gonna do a pull, probably like 3rd, 4th gear is where you're gonna want to be do that pull, not 6th gear. You go like ham in 6th gear. You're asking a lot of the car at probably a relatively low load because you're gonna have to be pretty high in the RPM band to actually get that thing to do what you want it to do for a pull in 6th gear. So sounds like you probably popped head gasket, which isn't fun. Or you could have detonated pretty bad and killed a piston. If it doesn't start and turn over and run, you probably killed a piston also. Opinion on all the new EVs. Don't really like them. The one, actually, there is one that I actually really like. I don't know if it's, let me see if I can find it. Is it Hyundai that I'm thinking of? Who made this? I can't even spell right now. Is it Kia? Is this it? No. Fuck. Who made this thing? Have you seen Ben from Gears and Gasoline and his Evo? I have seen a little bit of it, not too much of it. What is the car I'm thinking of right now? Hyundai? How do you spell Hyundai? Is it H-Y? Yeah, H-Y-U-N. I think this is it. Nope. What is the one I'm thinking of? This! I want this. If there was a car that's electric that I could, like, actually buy, this would be it. This thing's dope, dude. I love literally everything about this car. The design of it, it looks so... It's like a modern-day, dope-looking DeLorean. And I hope they make this car. Hyundai N. Yes, that's it. That's it. This is the only EV that I would actually consider buying. And this thing is probably like way outside of any budget that I could ever afford, but I absolutely love this thing. Audi e-tron GT is fresh. Is it? Is it, homie, is that true? The VA STI chase? What do you mean? This thing's lit, though. Like, I love literally everything about this car. What up, Tanner? What up, dude? I'm looking at GR86. It's so nice. Nice, dude. Alright, Matt, which one did you say? The e-tron? Audi e-tron? Audi e-tron. What have you taken me to, Matt? I don't believe you. Oh, e-tron GT. Might help if I put GT in there. There we go. That looks a little bit better. That's not terrible looking. I would rather take the Hyundai though. And that's a weird thing to say, that I would rather take the Hyundai over the Audi. Like, this thing ain't bad looking. Don't get me wrong. What's the rear end look like on this? Interior didn't look bad. There's a very small picture of the interior. Why are there no rear end shots of this thing? I would still take the Hyundai. I would take the Hyundai all day. e-tron. That's what GT. I added the GT. I'm just saying, I'd take the Hyundai over it. Jack, appreciate the dono, man. So with the AOS and the cruise control relocation bracket I also have a cylinder 4 mod. What would it cost for you to install them? Just curious. 04WX. Shoot me an email. Shoot me an email. We can get something figured out and scheduled, and we can have you bring it in, knock it out. The Hyundai looks straight out of Cyberpunk, and I dig it. Who doesn't like the Hyundai? Like, dude, the Hyundai looks way better. Any day of the week, give me the Hyundai. Like, everything about this thing is dope. Probably the only Hyundai I'd buy. Is it true the VA style better in high speed? The hatch better at cornering and handling? This is the first I'm hearing of it, Mickey. So I mean, I cannot confirm nor deny, but I wouldn't imagine so. The VA chassis has a stronger, stiffer chassis than the GRs do, so I would imagine that the VA would be a little bit better at it. I own the HVAC business, and I'm thinking about branching out to electrical. Just need to capitalize on all the EV madness and demand for plug installations. More money for car parts. That's true. That's true right there. Ain't no one complaining with that. I don't like playing with electricity, though. That's my thing. The Hyundai is a rear-wheel drive 600 horsepower monster. Makes it even better. Bought a 15 STI with 170,000 kilometers. It runs amazing. Think I made a mistake? Well, that depends. How much did you pay for it? Because that's the determining factor here, is how much did you pay for this thing? I don't think Audi researched what e-tron means in French. Now you got me looking up. Now I'm curious. What does this mean? What does it mean, though? Oh! It means excrement. A turd. That did... I don't think Audi paid too much attention to it. I don't think they cared what the French thought, though. Masculine noun for excrement or turd. It's very informal. So if you buy an e-tron GT, does that mean it's a turd GT? GT turd? If gas money wasn't an issue, would you road trip the STI across the country? Probably, actually, yeah, I probably would. I plan, so, in the end of January, we're going to be road tripping the WRX, which will be fun. We're going to be taking the WRX down I-5 from Washington to Oregon to California. We're going to be in California for like 4 days, then go from California, Nevada, Utah, Oregon, back to Washington. So we're going to be we're going to be road tripping the WRX, which that'll be fun because it's going through a fresh build right now with a fresh 6-speed swap, so hopefully everything cooperates with us, but it'll be fun. I'm excited for that one. So we're at least road tripping one of the cars. The WRX it'll be a good road trip car. The WRX is a good car to road trip. When are you going to get a Subaru key car? I don't know. I've never really contemplated it before. It'd be kind of cool though. Kind of cool. If I don't intend to break 320, 330 wheel on my WRX, do you recommend upgrading to a low pressure fuel pump and colder plugs or no? Yep. Still do just NGK 2309s and do just a what is it? AEM 340. Be solid. Stop in Colorado. Hope you vlog it. We'll record the whole thing. It'll be a good time. Where in Cali? SoCal or NorCal? We are going to be in Anaheim. It'll be the Anaheim area for like 4 days. You better meet up with me. Come up to Anaheim, David. Come party in Anaheim, man. Come to Chicago. It's not that far. Bro, I drive to Chicago. My car's going to rust out. They put so much salt on those roads over there. No, I'm joking. Chicago's not even on the way. What are you talking about? Just curious question. In what scenario would you own a VB chassis? If it was given to me for free, I wouldn't buy one if that's what you're asking. Massachusetts, that's not even, Massachusetts isn't even on the way. It's not even like the right direction. Massachusetts. Don't they salt the roads there too? Probably do. Meet up with us. Come up to Anaheim. Yo, what have I missed? Lance, how you doing, my man? At what oil temperature do you take off? I mean, I haven't really monitored oil temperature in a long time. Normally, just let your car run for like 3 to 5 minutes. You'll be solid after that. Come to Australia. Lance, you come pick me up and drive me back to Australia. I'll go to Australia. I know of 3 people now that have had issues with the ACT mod twin backing out and blowing up the engine. Should I look elsewhere for a twin disc? I know. It's funny. I'm not the first person that it's happened to. It's happened to like a plethora of us. I'm eating a candy bar, so I hope you guys don't mind. It's a Hershey's Black Friday sale at the gas station. Yeah, that's it's actually a pretty prevalent issue. It's happened to a few of us. Don't know why the mod twin specifically causes the flywheel bolts to back out, but I'd probably look into a different clutch. Just for the time being until like things can get sorted out with them. Good evening, bro. Hope things are going well. Just found out my 2015 STI steering rack is leaking. Is it worth it to just buy a new one? Honestly, rebuilds on steering racks can either go okay or they go like terribly wrong. Then you're buying a new rack anyways. Jack, would I drop the vehicle off, or is there any way to help out and learn a little? I mean, you can kick it and watch if you want. You can totally do that. I have no problem with that. Also, appreciate the dono, dude. Thoughts on the new Impreza RS? Don't like it. Like, not a fan of it. Honest, like, if I feel like it's not even an RS anymore. Like, it's an RS because it's a 2.5 liter, but I don't know. Like with any Subarus, as soon as Subaru releases a new car, we all hate it. Then it grows on us after a while, and then we like it. Right now, I'm in the fan of like the stage of I don't like it. ACT Monolock rocks. I do use those. Those things are awesome. I got some IG fuel rails coming. Nice. Ohio is terrible for salt. Dude, everything I've seen on TikTok lately, if you go in the comments, it'll be like some like crazy person in a video and they'll be like, only in Ohio. Dude, I've been seeing this on so many videos. What did Ohio do? What did Ohio do wrong to get everyone up their bum? I would like to know. You could go to Wicked Big Me in Connecticut next year. I would probably take, we could, I don't know. That's a long way to drive. That's literally across the country, isn't it? Where I need a map. Give me maps. Google Maps. Pretty sure Connecticut is literally on like the New England area, isn't it? That's a long way. It's literally on the opposite side of the map. Oh my goodness, I can't. I literally can't. That's just, dude, that's a mob. That's just an absolute mob. Boop. I don't think I'd want to do it. The new RS could become the next STI 560 horsepower EV. I mean, it could. It would be nice if they gave like a hatchback version. It's Ohio. What did Ohio do wrong? That's what I don't understand. The whole Midwest is bad for salt sand during winter. Ohio State Patrol tried to pull me over in a military convoy. Are you serious? Nah, dude, there's no way. No way they would do. I mean, I could probably see them doing that. What is the new WRXs came out? I hated it, but they're growing on me. I still don't like them. I'm still not a huge fan of them. They're slowly growing on me a little bit, but for the most part, I'm still like kind of on the edge with them. The whole Midwest is bad for salt sand during winter. Ohio. Oh yeah, that was the one I just read. Yo, Tanner, looking for a new clutch that can hold 380 wheel horsepower, 15 plus WRX. One that I can use with stock flywheel. ACT HDSS. It's the way to go for that one. 04WX went on little drive, noticed smoke coming out, a hood scoop, oil dripping on the up pipes, went home, put it on ramps, check the dipstick, no oil! Can't find oil leak. I'm guessing valve cover on passenger side. That's pretty common with those. Where can I get this hoodie? We got them on the website right now. And if you actually, I'll just put it in here. boop. I just put in the second or third order for hoodies, which we should get them in like a week or so. So, doing, I think, 1 or 2 more to put in. But if you get a hoodie, every $25 you guys spend on merch gets you entered into the giveaway, which will be fun. $2,000 gift card over to Rally Sport Direct for you guys to be able to buy the car parts that you want for your cars. So that way you can mod them just how you want. Just how you want. Didn't Subi say that all new models are going to be hatch or just the 23, 24? I think all... Well, I know they got rid of the sedan for the new Impreza generation, so I haven't seen anything with Subaru specifically saying that it's only going to be hatches. It'd be interesting if they did do that, though. The VB chassis looks good with paint match cladding. When it has, like, paint match cladding, it's not as bad. I can tolerate it. But it's... You got to pay, like, what? $2,000 to have them all paint match, whatever it's going to cost. It's just... You shouldn't have to spend $2,000 to fix something that Subaru should have done. Do the hoodies run small? They run pretty, like, true to size. Like, I'm wearing a medium. Like, I'm a medium and I'm wearing a medium. I feel like they're pretty true to size. I still rock this media windshield banner. Hey, that's what I'm talking about, my man. Yos Media, how you doing? What's going on, Manny? Just a quick question. What is the difference between the HTZ and the UHF on the FP Green Turbo? I'm pretty sure it's the CHRA that's different. Don't quote me on that one, but I'm pretty sure it's a difference in the CHRA on them. I'll just pop over to FP's website just to double check on that one, but I'm pretty sure it's just the center cartridge that's different. My brother just bought a new Outback Wilderness Edition. It's pretty nice. Our neighbor has one across the street. They're pretty nice looking cars. Not bad. Waiting on parts for Japan. See, that's what I'm saying. You guys get the good stuff over there, don't you? How's the short block business going? Are you moving as many as you'd like to? I mean, I think I've sold 1 short block. Since I started selling short blocks, I think I've sold 1. And that's been in the past couple of weeks. So, you know, I don't mind it. I just do it as a side thing for people if they want a built motor. I have no problem doing them. I do it for myself all the time. So, you know, do them every now and then. I will say that my short blocks are probably a little bit more expensive because I'm one dude doing it all and not a manufacturer. So it's probably not the most financial option out there. But I do them. Not too bad. How did you get the top trim off the 05S? What do you mean the top trim? What do you mean by the top trim? Greetings. After I installed my Cobb AC port, my power window stopped working. Is that normal? 1010, what year's your car? And I bet you I can answer this like stupid easy. What year's your car? Evo X build. At some point, I would be totally down to an Evo X. I kind of miss my Evo. If I were to get another one, I think I would get a 10, though. I think I would do the Evo 10. The 8 was cool, but like parts are getting discontinued for them, so I'd probably do a 10. How many death threats after chopping up the 07? Dude, some people are like genuinely upset from tearing apart that 07 STI. And so I had a couple comments. They were like, it would have been like $1,500 to get back on the road. I'm like, no, it would not have. 1010. Roll your windows down halfway with the button, then roll them all the way back up. Hold them. That should fix the issue. If it doesn't, check fuses. But yeah, like some people are like, it was only like $1,500 to fix the 07 STI. I'm like, no, it was not. Needed a fender, needed a hood, needed a headlights, needed a full engine. I'm talking like wiring harness, cylinder heads, short block, all accessories. I'm like, no, dude, it would have been upwards like 7 to 10K to fix that car to get it back on the road. I'm like, it's not worth it. So honestly, that car was destined to be parted out anyways, if not by me, by somebody else. And at least with our part out, we're keeping all of these stuff. So Cody, appreciate the dono, man. Can you post the Discord? I don't have it open right now, but yes, I can here shortly. I'll open it back up, let it load up. Have you ever... actually, it should be in the video description. After this video goes live, it should be down there. If not, I'll post it back up in the comments here soon. The trim on top of the roof that holds all the crap. I'm going to be honest, man. I have no idea what trim piece you're talking about. If I buy this high mileage hatch, I will contact you to build me. Hey, so that's what I'm talking about, man. Let's do it. Send it to the moon. I'm all about it. I'm all about moon tunes. What's your take on the JDM EJ20? Like, I've always been more prone to USDM engines. They've come a long way over the years. Like way back when, like 207s, JDM engines like that, EJ20Xs, Ys. They're awesome swap options for the price. But now, like how 2.5 liters have come in the US, the USDM engines, I personally lean towards the USDM stuff over the JDM stuff for engines. Will the part out have a second video? Nope. That's all you're getting for the part out video. It was literally just tearing it down. I didn't want to make stripping that 07 STI down into like a multiple part series video. I literally just wanted it to be one video, get it done with, get the car out, and literally never have to see it again. So, nope. That's the only teardown video that will come. That's literally the only video you'll get of that 07 STI. We bought it, we stripped it down, it's done. I've got a bare chassis sitting out in the garage, which I think is getting picked up hopefully this week to go to its new home in somewhere on the east side of the United States. Someone's going to turn it into a rally car or race car. So I gave him the chassis for free. I was like, hey, you just pay for shipping, get this thing out of here, it's all yours. So just the one video on it, that's all we're doing on it. Tomorrow I'm shooting a video on some parts I have sitting around for the WRX. Then we're jumping on to installing the wide body on the STI this week. So got to get that car ready to go to Fabrication again. Can you post your email in chat? Yeah, I don't mind. If any of you guys have... Don't spam me with, like, weird stuff, but... if you have inquiries about installs, engine builds, or anything like that, hit up my email. Look at the 07 roof. Has black trim on the roof. Are you talking about the roof vane? That's still on there. I have no idea how to get that thing off without breaking it. Was there just a glitch in the Matrix? Always. There's always a glitch in the Matrix. You just gotta find it. I feel it's almost more tuning now than it is parts that have made the 2.5 better. But yeah, definitely have gotten better parts in the last 15 years. 100%, man. Tuning a JDM 2-liter isn't as easy as it is for like USDM 2.5s at this point. So, is there any space in your garage? Not much, but there's enough room for me to be able to work right now. So, that's really all that matters. Signing you up on a few particular websites. Butterfly, I swear. Most of them go to my spam folder anyway, so. Someone sold my phone number, and I get some really weird text messages. Nah, you guys ain't getting that, though. Did blue wheels clear on the hatch? Surprisingly, yes, but barely. Barely, but yes. Any different platform builds coming soon? Yes, I actually have my eye on a car that I'm trying to purchase. I'm trying to buy another car right now. I have a problem. Yes, there's a car I'm trying to buy, probably in the next month. That's been sitting down the road for years that I really want, so. Yes. And it is still a JDM car. It's a Datsun. It's an actual Datsun this time. I'll find that number. Just you wait. Butterfly, I swear. You know how many erectile dysfunction text messages? I used to get like one a day for like 3 months. ED medication. I was like, dude, you got the wrong demographic. You're texting the wrong man. Whatever happened to modding the GTI? I put brake rotors on it. I put some Faction Fab brake rotors on it the other day. Yeah. But Melanie doesn't want me to mod it quite yet, so it's still her daily driver. We'll take you out to a nice dinner, Tanner. All right, Billy, you talked me into it, man. Take me to Taco Bell, you treat me right, and do anything you want. Side covers on the rear vane splitter. Just lift off, straight up. Get out of here. Is that literally... Do you know how long I've been sitting there? I pulled out the clip, and I'm sitting there trying to pry this thing off. You know how long I was out there trying to fight with that? I'm about to go try this now. After this stream, I'm about to go try, see if I can take it off. Datsun 280ZX. It's not a ZX. I already had a ZX. I had a ZX a couple years ago. I don't want another ZX. I want a 240Z or 280Z. Either one. You swear you don't have a problem? Of course I have a problem, man. I always have a problem. Surely a Forester. That's not a different platform. But I've always wanted another one. Ever since my old 280ZX, I wanted another 280Z or another 240Z. They're just... Those things are hard to find. You want to talk about a car that's hard to find? Those things are hard to find. I get a ton of voting text before voting. I can see it. Best coils for a 21 STI. What's your budget? It's going to dictate kind of what you want to buy. Melted a piston because of inline fueling system. Was planning on going parallel and added fuel pressure sensor wired to my standalone directly. What would you add for fuel safety prevention? Definitely go parallel over inline. Not that there's necessarily... People have done inline fuel systems for a long time on Subarus. Not that there's anything necessarily wrong with an inline, but parallel in my mind is a little bit better because you're getting equal fuel flow to both of the fuel rails. Having a digital fuel pressure sensor wired in is going to be a good fuel... If you said you're on a standalone. If you have a digital fuel pressure sensor wired into your fuel system, that digital fuel pressure sensor should be enough to be able to trigger a engine protection code for the car to be able to shut things down if it's having problems with fueling. So I don't know what standalone you're using. What standalone are you using? Most of them should have an engine protection feature built in for that. How do you deal with coilers during winter? Haven't just haven't moved to a snow state. Dude, we don't really get snow up here all that often. We get snow maybe like 5 days a year. It's just a lot of rain, honestly. But for snow, if you're like worried about salt, I would do like an undercoating. I would clean the car regularly to make sure that salt's not eating into things, and just stay on that. Would you get a legacy chassis? Nope. 1G through 3G, 4th gens are kind of Matt's thing. I personally wouldn't get a legacy. That's kind of Matt's thing. I'm more of like the basic Impreza dude. When it comes to Subarus, I am the white girl of Subarus where I just keep buying Imprezas for some reason. Even the 2.5 RS is an Impreza. The blemished ones. Do you like Hyper Blue Subarus? I mean, they're cool. I personally wouldn't buy one because people ask way too much. In my mind, I am not going to pay more money for a car because it has a special color on it from the manufacturer. In my eyes, it's just not worth it. I like the color, though. It's a good-looking color. It reminds me of a crayon. I got some FA500s with the Black Friday sales going on. Nice. Those are some good ones. The Oh Fair Lady is one of my favorites. That's what I'm saying, dude. I miss my old 280ZX. It was a fun car. I literally only got to drive it twice. I drove it through the car wash, which was my first mistake. Driving it through the car wash, hydro locked it. I don't know. I drove it home, and then it never started again after that. And then I took it out, and I bought an RB25, and then I started stripping it down. I was doing all that fun stuff. Focus RS over the STI hatch. Personally, I would probably take the STI hatch, but I can appreciate and I want a Focus RS at some point in life. Between those two, though, I'd probably take the STI hatch. Transmission. It's transmission for me in the STI. It's just like, it's perfect. 2011 WX. What does it mean if cams are advanced? Means it's pulling timing. So I would dig in there and start seeing what's going on. It's probably an oil control valve issue. Pull out the banjo bolts that go to the oil control valves. Pull out the filters. The filters probably have some type of clogging in them. That would be my first guess. When do you think the H6 is going to be done? I plan on picking it. So, like I said, I'm going down to California end of January for a couple of meetings and conferences. While I'm down in California, I'm going to be picking up the engine from out front. So, I'll be picking up the engine end of January. We'll bring it back up. The car goes to fabrication not this week, but the following week, because this week I have to prep it for fab. So I have to get the wide body on there. I have to get the wider wheels, the wider tires on there, all that stuff. I'm not going to rush it this time. I still have to build the new engine harness. So there's a lot that needs to be done to the car, but I'm kind of trying to take care of the stuff that's going to be more time sensitive. Waiting on other people. I'm trying to get that done now versus waiting on it later. So realistically, when do I think it'll be back up running and driving? End of February, early March is my guess. Are you familiar with code P000D? Not off the top of my head, I'm not. You throw P0 codes at me like that. P000D. Subaru. The first one that comes up is code Subaru. Camshaft slow response. Probably oil control valve or banjo filter, like we were talking about earlier. That'd be my guess. Smash. You spent much time driving the Forester XT. Curious if they feel... I mean, I've driven a handful of them. They feel a little more boaty than an Impreza does. But you can fix that with like coilovers, lowering it a little bit, sway bars, a little bit of chassis bracing, and they're right on par. Opinion on the Evo X? I like them. I like, specifically if I were to get one, it would have to be a white Evo X because I think they look minty. I absolutely love them. Nines still hold a special place in my heart, though. Rich, appreciate the dono, man. Love the videos, man. Working on my third one, 98 GC, using the uploads for ideas. Just got coilover sway bars. Got to do some body work and hood next. Nice. That's what I'm going to be doing here soon, is starting on the RS build. We'll get it totally stripped down, start transferring in the STI components, the transmission, hubs, axles, rear diff, all that stuff over to the RS and start doing those. Are those toy guns the Nerf guns? Yes, those ones are Nerf guns. Those ones are not Nerf guns. Like you want to keep your car nice in salted areas, get a really nice pressure washer that you can hook up to warm water. That's actually a really good idea. If you can do that, definitely do that. Can't wait to hear Blue screaming. Dude, it's by my shop. Dude, it's going to be wild. this next set around. Like I said, we're not rushing anything. We know what we're doing this time. We know what our weak points are. We have a custom oil pan being fabricated for that car as well, so there's a lot of good stuff going on with the STI. That's going to make it, honestly, like 10 to 15 times better than it was before. Crown oil based film is the way to go for Ohio salt. Are we still, we're still pointing at Ohio for the salt right now? We're still going at Ohio. All right. No no complaints. Any interest in making a rear wheel drive GC or GD chassis for drifting? Honestly, I am awful at drifting. I will be the first to admit I am absolutely terrible at it. But I think it'd be fun. I'd totally do it. Probably, if I were to do it, I'd probably do it in maybe the coupe. If I were to do it, probably the coupe. That's a big turbo you got in the background. That one, that's the 6262. Someone bought that one today that I got to send out in the morning because UPS was closed this afternoon. Do you have a video on the wiring for a 4 to 6 swap? Not from, I mean, there's a lot of videos on it, but not like a specific video. Honestly, it comes down to like the application and the components you're using that are going to dictate your wire harness, your connectors, what type of material you need to use, how far you want to go down, Ohio, how far you want to go down into the rabbit hole. No more multi-piece oil pumps. I would really like to keep my oil pump in one piece this time. That would be prime if we could do that. That way we don't absolutely demolish them anymore. When I heard Blue on the dyno, it was amazing. Dude, that was the best sounding car I've ever heard on the dyno. That thing sounded so gnarly. It makes me miss it just so much more. Absolutely so much more. There's like 1 or 2 videos that I always watch of it on the dyno. Whenever I'm feeling down and I want to just listen to it yell and scream again, I miss it. I want my blue back. I want my little blue Subaru back. Can I have like some sound? Cool. I miss it. It'll be back better than ever. And we're keeping the fender exit going wide body. It's going to be an entirely different car when we're done with it. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to have that car back. I went over to the shop today when I was meeting with the fabricator. We were talking. I was just like, dude, I can't wait to get this thing going on. What are your thoughts on the FA20 DIT? It's a good engine for a daily driver. I've had 3 of them. I don't plan on getting another one, but I've had 3 of them. Hey, stay away from my Wisconsin. I got a buddy who lives in Wisconsin. In, oh my god, what is the, Madison, Wisconsin. Man, I love that you've been doing with the WRX. Really makes me feel like I missed out when I got my Speed 3 instead of the WRX. Dude, the Speed 3s are fun cars, though. I like me some Speed 3s. You can't go wrong with Speed 3 either. The WRX has been one that I've been wanting to do for a while. Because I always buy STIs. I've never bought a WRX and done the full WRX STI swap thing. So it's kind of cool doing the whole STI swap to it. Should I upgrade my oil pump to an IEG Stage 1 for my 11 STI? Honestly, just an OEM 11mm oil pump will be totally fine for what you're doing right there. Oh, I will! No fun. Why are you not doing a hood exit? Because I don't want a hood exit. I want a fender exit. I want my exhaust to come out of the fender, not the hood. I don't want my windshield getting covered in black soot all the time every time I get into boost. I don't mind my fender being covered in black soot, but I don't want my windshield. I'm from Madison. Are you actually from Madison? Are you actually from Madison? That's wild. Do you know someone named Espaceth? Does that name ring a bell? Senor Espaceth? What are your thoughts on getting a drift car and immersing yourself into the drifting community? And Adam LZ just bought a... I actually watched Adam LZ's video when he was in Japan buying that coupe. As for drifting, I can do donuts and I can do figure eights when it comes to drifting. That's about it. Like, I'd be totally down to learn, but drifting is a very expensive hobby. I mean, so are Subarus, I guess. So, I mean, I can't really complain there. I mean, I'd be down at some point. I don't see why not. Should I do a Spec B swap or an STI, and do you think the stock oil return will hold good power? What do you mean the stock oil return for the turbo? What do you mean by that one? Does the 3XL 6-cylinder have the same sort of knocking devils as other EG? No, not necessarily. The biggest issue with EGs is cooling. EZs, I can't really speak too much on them, but with EGs at most, the biggest problem you're going to face is cooling problems or coolant issues. They like to run hot, especially the middle cylinders. So as for like knock and detonation stuff like EJs, they're not as bad. They're not nearly as bad. So my 09 WRX, I'm doing parallel fuel setup on it. My question is, where do I hook up my evap lines? for the evap sensor. I'm kind of confused on that one. My honest opinion, I would say get rid of it if you're in a state that you can. If not, you're going to have to run your evap line from the evap hose on the firewall over to the evap solenoids. You just need a longer hose. That's all you got to do. Just set it up like stock. Just run a longer hose from the evap line. Go through all the solenoids, and it'll go back into your turbo inlet. EG, is that what's going in blue? That's what blue already had. So yeah, this is already it's already an EG33 car. So all we're doing is fixing all the small stuff with it from last time. So it's already an EG33. We're just gonna be doing more EG33 stuff with it. Boop. Yeah, already an EG in there. So all of the mounting stuff, things like that, totally set up already. Dude, that thing sounds so good. I could listen to this all day. I miss it. It's alright. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait to have it back. Soon. And it's gonna be even better. The wide body, the whole refab on everything, dude. I can't wait. So we'll be doing what blew up. The flywheel bolts backed out off of the flywheel and caused the crank to lose harmonics, which caused the oil pump to shatter, which then starved the engine of oil. And obviously, when you have no oil in an engine, you spin a bearing. So that's what happened. These short clips are motivational, dude. I look at them all the time. The 6 sounds so much better than the 4. Sorry, guys. That's what I'm saying, dude. It sounds way better. Absolutely. It sounds absolutely gnarly. Okay, thanks for the band. Much appreciated. You the best. Anytime, dude. Did an oil change on my 06 Forester XT and the oil smelled like gas. Am I in trouble? 190K on the clock. Doesn't necessarily mean that you're in trouble, but it probably means that you're running a little bit rich and you're washing the cylinder wall. Washing the cylinder wall, the gases or the fuel is obviously going to soak down into the oil. It's going to dilute the oil a little bit, reduce the lubrication properties of the oil, and make your oil smell like gas. So could be a tune thing also. Do you know anything about the BCP Turbos X500? I actually have one out in the garage, and it looks pretty grungy, the one that we have. It's supposedly the largest stock location Subi Turbo. That is false. It is not. The FP0 is the largest stock location Subaru Turbo. Subaru STI. You want to talk about the largest stock location STI Turbo? You want to do it, man? Send it. That's it right there. FP0. Thing's massive. I think I think someone's made like 800 on this thing. I believe that's what it is 800 horsepower on these things. They're wild, man. They're absolutely wild. If you're gonna do it, this is the way to do it. They're discontinued turbos, so good luck on trying to find one. I think Remy has one for sale. I think he's the only one that I know who has one right now. Hi, Smedia and everybody. Hello. How you doing? What's up, John? Subaru slept on their 6-cylinder. Dude, Subaru could have done something great. They could have done something great with a 6-cylinder. They didn't. Why can't you buy it anymore? Because FP discontinued the FP0 because they kind of said at that point, if you're going to that large of a turbo, you might as well just go rotated, so they discontinued them. But if you want like the biggest stock location turbo you can get, it's the FP0 for Subarus, which is I'm telling you now, it's a pain in the ass to fit. I'm honestly very happy when I found your channel. When I got my car, I learned so much from watching your videos. Thank you for doing what you do. Hey, anytime, my friend. I'm glad the videos have helped. For the flywheel bolts, not sure if this helps, but I always use the ARP stats. So what the solution for the backing out of the flywheel bolts on the STI, I've already found the solution. We're going to be doing 3 things to ensure that these bolts do not back out again. Red Loctite, which is what I used the first time. We have a diamond claw shim going in there, which the diamond grit on the shim will make sure it won't really allow the bolts to be able to back out. And on top of that, we're also going to be milling 2 holes into all of the bolts to be able to run safety wire on all of the bolts, so that way it's physically impossible for these flywheel bolts to come off. Like, it will literally be physically impossible. It won't be able to happen. So we find the weak points, we fix the weak points, we keep going. How bad is it to drive a car with an exhaust leak? I mean, it depends on where the exhaust leak is, but for the most part, I mean, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being, like, terrible, your car's going to blow up, to 1 being, like, you'll be just fine, I'd probably put it, like, a 2. car will be fine for the most part. That tip for the windows worked. Thanks, amigo. Anytime, my dude. Trust me, you're not the first one to have that problem with those windows. If you disconnect the battery in your 2015 Plus WRX or STI, you'll have that problem also. So it's a quick fix for them. First one catching a stream. Congrats on 100K. You deserve it. Hey, thank you, my friend. For looking for coilovers, what springs should you get? IDK. Well, what are you gonna be doing with the car? Like typically, 8K is a pretty safe bet. The stiffer you go, obviously the harder it's gonna be. So, 8K is a pretty decent one. Is the backup EG33 going to out front once you get your primary engine back from out front? No, because I need another crankshaft to be able to do it. So, I actually have another engine being delivered by a buddy of mine at some point in the next couple months. I'll have another one. What part of Washington are you? I am in Western Washington, in like the Tacoma-ish area, but like not Tacoma, because some parts of Tacoma can be kind of sketch. Just gun the bolts down with 50 Ugga-Duggas and then weld the bolts to the flywheel. Perfect. They'll never come off that way. Y'all going IS 91, dude. You know IS, dude. I haven't heard that ISO 9001 in so long since I worked in aerospace. I forgot that was even a thing. But yeah, dude, they trust me, they ain't coming out. It's all aircraft grade stuff. Not going to have any failure. Doesn't Blausch make the biggest turbo Dominator 5.0 XTR? It's not bigger than the FP0. It's a big turbo, but not bigger than the Zero. The headache of installing an FP0 or an equivalent isn't worth it. You'd be better off. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Just go rotated. Would you recommend an FP Black or rotated 5858? Honestly, FP Black. It was such a good turbo. It's not that bad to make fit. The FP Black really isn't that bad. A lot of people gripe about the FP Black being, oh, it doesn't fit. It fits just fine if you do everything the right way. And it's a very good responsive turbo for like 450 to 500 if you're in that like target range of power. And you probably already have some stock location turbo stuff, so it's probably going to be a little bit cheaper for you to just stay stock location. So I'd say just keep the FP Black, man. What brand and type of fuel pump do you recommend for aiming for 400 horsepower on pump gas? It's to drop in AEM 340. You'll be totally fine on pump gas. Have you heard about all the Kias on the Hyundais getting stolen using a standard USB cable? What, like this? You telling me I can steal a Hyundai with this? I have not, but now I'm going to be looking that up. Can blowing up a turbo cause coolant to get into your oil? I mean, it's definitely possible if it's an oil-cooled turbo and you completely demolish the CHRA and now you've got like water lines and oil lines touching each other, but it's kind of rare to have happen. But I mean, it is possible. I'm not saying it's impossible. I fried a gasket because I'm 2,600 miles in off an out front rebuild on ARP head studs, which is like ARP 2000s. I mean, it's definitely possible. It would be a little rare, but not impossible. Hey, Kia boys. Yes, that USB. Let's go steal some Kias. Give me that good Kia that we liked, that I looked at earlier. Well, time to get some sleep. I feel it. I gotta jump off anyways, you guys. We've been going for a little over an hour. I got some other stuff I gotta get knocked out tonight. So, will an FA alternator fit on an EJ motor? I don't believe so. Pretty sure they're different. Don't quote me on that one, though. So, I'm jumping off. Thanks for swinging through, everyone. I thought I would just kind of kick it on a live stream for a while. I was knocking out the last little bit of office stuff I gotta do. I gotta go finish cleaning up the garage and get things ready for tomorrow. So, with that, I'll catch you guys in the next one, which should be like Tuesday. Tuesday will be the next video, which will not include any more of the Hawkeye stuff. That car is done and gone. So, with that, I'll catch you guys in the next one. So, peace out, homies. Oh, Kias aren't even worth stealing.